I listen up, bro, because I'm about to keep it a buck with y'all like a goddamn dollar store up in this bitch. You read the title, right? Battling lust is for losers. Yes, sir. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Listen up, my guy. This whole idea, this whole concept, and this whole theory of battling against lust is for fucking losers. And you might be wondering, okay, man, how does that make sense? You come up on here with your channel talking about the benefits of semen retention, the benefits of celibacy when it comes to the spiritual path. Now you're telling me battling lust is for losers? Make that make sense. Well, relax. Relax. Relax, my guy. I'm gonna need you to just take a deep breath. Come on, do it with me. Because it's time for you boy to break this bitch down real quick like a brick for y'all. So first things first, what you must come to understand along this journey that we call life is that you, yes you motherfucker, are experiencing this reality through your body. You are not the body and you are not the brain, but you are experiencing this material reality with your body and with your brain. Your soul, your spirit, your consciousness uses these as tools, as vessels to explore this material existence and to elevate beyond its constraints. You see, the physical world, the material world is not evil, is not bad. On contrary to what many of these Abrahamic religions will tell you, that, oh man, the world is full of sin. It's all fucking bad. It's this, it's that. You must find salvation through our book or you're gonna go to hell, which is worse than here. That's a whole facade. That's fugazi. And trying to battle against the natural world, your natural instincts, because you have believed it is sinful and that you need a savior, is for losers. That's why people who are stuck within this state of mind are the people that struggle with this path of semen retention and celibacy the most. The ones that view sex as evil, the one who view porn as evil, the ones who view this whole material world as something that they need to run away from. Because I'm telling you right now, my boy, you cannot run away from your body. Unless you self-delete yourself, you have to learn how to use the body. Simple as that. And the body has natural instincts, natural urges, such as the urge to reproduce. But the thing is, on this spiritual path of celibacy and SR, you're not trying to battle against those urges. You're not trying to battle against lust. Matter of fact, you get this whole idea of lust out of your vocabulary. Because if you want to truly succeed, you cannot view this as something evil. You cannot view this as something that you need to run away from. Oh man, I'm so lustful, I'm so this, I'm that, I'm a bad person now. No, you're a healthy young man. If your dick and balls is working, you're a healthy young man. Your biology is not something bad, something evil. The thing where it gets tricky is when your biology starts to become your dictator. The thing that gets a little shaky is when your brain and body start to enslave the spirit. You see, the spirit is supposed to use the brain and body to elevate. They all work in harmony with each other for your higher goal, for the realization of the self. Semen retention and celibacy is a part of that. In no way, shape, or form is semen retention or celibacy supposed to be about fighting against urges, fighting against lust. This ain't no fucking war zone, my guy. Get this idea out your head. And a lot of people that come up on these platforms that talk about semen retention and celibacy start to poison your mind with this Abrahamic doctrine that you are evil, this sexual urge is bad. No sexual urge is bad. None of them. You have just been trained as a slave to them. you don't realize that there is a higher level to this energy being expressed, because this energy, aka your libido, which doesn't mean just your sex drive in the modern day world, is just your sex drive. This means on the occult and esoteric, your creative force, your generative principle, your potent source of prana. This is why they call your reproductive organs your generative organs, because it generates the most potent source of energy that you have access to as a man. When you practice semen retention celibacy on the dharmic path, what do I mean by dharmic? I'm talking about the ancient Eastern traditions, which are not about being saved by some fucking guy in the sky father figure. We're not doing that on the dharmic path. We are using semen retention and celibacy, matter of fact, the whole brain and the whole body, to unfold the spirit. Because guess where your consciousness is rooted? It's in the body. Your consciousness without the body is nothing. It's nothing. And in the material world, you need the consciousness to be rooted in the body in order to actually operate. You see, on the spirit world, when you die, when there is no physical material existence bounding you and holding you to this plane, you go back into the nothingness, the void. Some of you guys may have tasted that void before through your meditations, where you get really detached from the body, maybe through psychedelics, maybe through a near-death experience. You know for a fact that that ego-less experience is blissful, yes, correct, but it's unmanageable in the material world. What do I mean by that? If you go no ego mode, a fucking tiger can be running at you right now and you say, I am nothing, the tiger is nothing, and it just rips you to shreds. There is a time and place for that higher state of consciousness to access information, to access wisdom, knowledge, to taste bliss. But also, there's a time and place to be rooted in the body, aka when you're out in the material world, which all you guys are. The material world is not bad, it's not evil, you're just a slave to it. You have to learn to master your urges, master the self, master the senses. Not cut off the senses, not battle against lust, not battle against your urges, but learn how to leverage your lust, aka your libido, into a higher source of spiritual illumination, because this energy can be expressed in many different ways, shapes, and forms, just like water can be. H2O. Water can be expressed in the most dense form, aka ice, solid, so it can be expressed in the water liquid form, and it can be expressed in the most subtle form of vaporous gas. The most dense form of your sexual energy being expressed is what you believe lust is. It's just a form of this energy being expressed, because where it is along your consciousness, aka along your spine, if it's on the lower planes, the lower chakras, it's going to be expressed as lust. So battling against lust is actually battling against the higher levels of its expression, which are things like love, like spiritual illumination. So if you want to cut off lust, what you are doing is cutting off your ability to express this same energy as love and illumination. You see what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down? That's why it's for losers. That's why people who do this don't fucking realize that they are the problem. It's not lust. You are a slave to your lower senses because you believe that all you are just a brain and body, and you believe that sexual energy can only be expressed in sexual manners. Even saying the word sexual energy sounds stupid, because it is cosmic energy. It is creative energy. It is generated from your generative principle, aka your generative organs, but it doesn't mean it has to only be expressed from that level. You see what I'm saying? This is some high level stuff. Because a lot of people will just talk about, oh man, get rid of all distractions, get rid of all of urges, get rid of all of this. You live in the material world, my boy. There's good looking girls everywhere you go. There's gonna be temptations wherever you look. I'm not saying be a degenerate and go chase after these things, because that just means you're a slave to it. I'm not saying just scroll through TikTok and Instagram, which is basically pornography. I'm not saying to go watch porn, but you must be mastered enough of the self where you can quote unquote watch porn without being affected by it. Because you realize that this energy has other outlets of being expressed. If you do not express in different ways, it's always going to go to the path that is it's used to, the lower gates, your lower chakras, the lower pleasures. Are these bad? Are these evil? Absolutely not. But the reason why you feel bad after it is not because of the act itself. It's because of the fact that you know you're a fucking slave. You're a fucking slave to your dick. And that's embarrassing. That's pathetic as a human being. That's why you feel this shame and guilt. It's not because of porn. It's not because you release. It's because you know for a damn fact I'm not in control of my own vessel. And matter of fact, that's the only thing you can control in this life. So you are not in control of anything. You're in pure chaos. You're consumed by the world. You're a fucking little bot. You're a drone who can't even control his dick. That's why you feel like shit. It's not because, oh man, pornography is so evil. There are deeper levels to it, to where pornography can open up portals for psychic parasites to get into your body, to get into your mind, to get into your, can't affect the soul, but to get into that subtle space within you, actual entities that act as parasites. But on the most base level, these things are still not evil. You feed them. You feed them through your futile pursuits of trying to battle against lust. And again, this is something that is highly, highly, highly talked about and preached by people who are pushing you down the path of Abrahamic faiths, Christianity, Islam, Judaism. The people that talk about these things online, semen retention, celibacy, talking about lust, battling against it, they're really pushing you down this path towards denying the flesh. And you might be sounding, oh man, that sounds good, right? Deny the flesh. That's what Jesus said. That's what this person said. That's what fuck no, that's not good. You're repressing this energy. You're repressing yourself. You are in this physical body. Your consciousness is linked to it. In this material world for a reason. It's not because it's evil. It's not because the physical body is evil. It's the fact that you don't know this. And it's the fact that you don't know how to take control of the physical body. To where you start running away from your own physical body. It's like trying to run away from your shadow. That shit's always there. It's glued to you. Until you are alive, or unless you go do some snip surgeries, cutting off different parts of you, you're gonna have urges. And I'm putting quotations because these urges, again, are just one way of this energy being expressed. When you transmute this energy, the need to express it in your lower planes starts to dissolve. That's why people ask me, hey bro, like, how do you deal with urges when you're so long in this streak of semen retention celibacy? I'm telling you, they're not there anymore. Yes, the natural biological instinct of looking at a woman that's beautiful, that will spark something within you, is still there because I'm in the physical body, but I'm the one choosing to indulge in it or not. And right now, for the time being, I'm not choosing to indulge in it. For some people, once they see that, their mind is hijacked. Lust, quote unquote, takes over because they don't know how to express this energy in any other way, shape, or form. And the more that you battle against lust, the more that you're going to fail, the more that you're going to fail, the more that you're going to fail, because you are trying to stop this water from being leaked with a bucket that has a hole in the bottom. No matter how hard you try, that's just going to leak. The only way to patch this is by actually sending that water upward. Send this energy upward. In the yogic tradition, these men are called urdhvaretas, upward flowing. The semen, I'm not trying to make it seem like your actual fucking, your jizz starts going upwards, but the energy, your consciousness starts to remove itself from the lower planes. And again, that energy is no longer being leaked in that state of consciousness. It's not like you become impotent, your dick doesn't work. It's just you know for a fact how to actually direct this energy towards the things that you do want in life. The same energy that can bind you to a slave, to sexuality, is the same energy that can literally liberate your soul. It's creative energy, it's cosmic energy. It is potent. And this is what the dharmic path of celibacy and semen retention is supposed to teach you. It's not supposed to teach you how to, no, I can't look at a girl, I can't talk to this person, I can't, oh man, pornography is so bad, oh man. Guess what, bro? None of this shit's gonna go away. Do you wanna go live up in the mountains? If that's the case, go for it. But if you wanna accomplish things in the material world, you have something that is pulling you to become great, strive for something, build something in the material world, not just for yourself, but for other people, because it's destined for you. I'm telling you right now, you gotta learn how to navigate this material world. You gotta learn how to navigate the chaos. And the only way you can navigate the chaos is not by trying to control the chaos, but control your reaction to the chaos. Battling against lust is trying to stop the chaos. It's not gonna work. You are in this physical body. You are going to have biological instincts that are pulling you to do these things. But if you're not wanting to consciously do them, you're not trying to quote unquote reproduce, you need to learn how to renounce that, refrain from that. Because it's not gonna go away. You gotta learn how to actually play the game. You can't quit the game. You gotta learn how to play it properly. This is what a lot of people struggle with when it comes to porn addiction, when it comes to sex addiction, when it comes to things like the whole idea of battling against lust. It's for fucking losers. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you are gonna lose. There's no win involved. Oh man, I'm on 10 weeks of semen retention. Counting the days. Counting the numbers of you running away from your own biological instincts. Guess what? You're running away from something, and at some point, you're gonna lose the energy to run, consciously speaking. And that thing that you're running away from is gonna take you back under. It's like I'm running away from a tiger. Eventually the tiger's gonna come and catch me. Instead of running away from the tiger, learn how to fucking tame the tiger. So when you tame the tiger, you can fucking ride the tiger. The tiger is working for your advantage, just like how your libido can work to your advantage if you learn how to leverage it. All the greatest saints, all the greatest sages, all the greatest spiritual mystics, all the greatest innovators in human history learned to leverage their libido. They didn't try to battle against lust. None of them said, oh man, this is bad, this is bad. Funny enough, the people that say battle against lust are the fucking PDF files. Are the people that are way too overly hyperly sexualized because they repress their sexual energy. And when you repress it too much, it gets dark. This energy is not naturally dark or evil, but when you repress it and you don't let it come out, it's gonna take over you. When you put a fucking tiger in a cage and you don't feed it, when you open that cage just a little bit, when it's got a little fucking opportunity to get out, it's gonna fucking rip you to shreds. You see what I'm saying? That's like your sexual energy, your cosmic energy. When you only view it as lust, that it's bad, you put it in a cage, you repress it. You can't hold the tiger in there for as long as you think you can. You can learn how to tame the tiger and ride the tiger and befriend the tiger. But if that tiger gets fucking mad to a point where it's like, you're not feeding me, you put me in this dumbass cage, and you're saying that I'm evil, I'm gonna show you what evil is. And it wreaks havoc on people's lives. This is where porn addiction comes from. This is where sexual addiction comes from. Running away. Because at the end of the day, what happens is you're trying to cope with an insecurity, cope with the fact that you are living a life that is misaligned to your destiny, to your dharma. When you are aligned to your dharma or destiny, you don't chase after dopamine. You're no longer a junkie, you're no longer a slave, because you have found true bliss from within. When you have sex, when you watch porn, when you eat junk food, when you scroll on Instagram, you're looking for dopamine, you're trying to feel something, because your life is fucking shit for some way, shape, and form, because you are not living in alignment to your destiny. When you live in alignment to your destiny, even through the ups and downs, you feel like this is what you're supposed to do. You feel like this is the path that the divine has already designed for you to walk on. You don't know what that destiny is. You don't know what that dharma is because you forgot it due to all the programming of society telling you that all you are is just a brain and body. So due to that programming, due to that forgetfulness causes your soul to yearn for your path. You're stuck in a state of spiritual amnesia, and your soul is trying to guide you towards remembering your true purpose, remembering who you are beyond the brain and body. However, the world puts out trips and traps in front of you, such as porn, such as junk food, such as scrolling on Instagram, so all these degenerate habits, not because they're evil, not because they're bad, because they know that you're going to get hooked to it. They know that these are the lower planes of consciousness. These are easy to get people hooked to. Survival, sex, and status. They are pulling your mind down to the animalistic plane. And then when they pull your mind down to it, even though you are feeling dopamine, you feel more irritated, more agitated on the spiritual sense. So you start searching for it more and more and more and more. But none of these things will truly satisfy what your soul is looking for. No amount of cars, money, clothes, hoes will ever truly satisfy your soul. It's like trying to give you a big bag of chips after a workout and you just keep eating it. However, there's no nutrition in that food, so you're still hungry. So you can eat another bag of chips and another bag of chips and another bag of chips, but it never satisfies your hunger. It just stimulates your senses. That's the difference between dopamine, it stimulates the senses, and divine nectar, aka spiritual ecstasy, that satisfies your soul. That's what you really want in life. You've been tricked into believing that this is what life is about. You've been tricked into believing that this is your purpose. All these fucking degenerate ass alpha male, faggots basically just tell you bitches, biceps, and Bugattis, you're good to go. But these people are losers, these people are addicted, and eventually they run to something such as a religion to get them out of that mess, and they start going the complete opposite way. Oh man, battle against lust, do this and that. You're gonna lose either way. The only way that you can actually win in this game of life is to discover your dharma by dissolving your karmas. What are the karmas I'm talking about? Are these attachments to the material world that are programmed into you since you believe that dopamine is what you're looking for in life. Could be sex, drugs, alcohol. That's what you're karmically bound to. Your body is a slave to that. And since your body is a slave to that, your body and brain makes your soul a slave to that. Because it has to use the brain and body. Semen retention and celibacy on the deeper essence of it is not about how many days you haven't fucking touched your wiener. It's not about how many days you haven't jerked your schlong. It's not about how many days you haven't hooked up with a random girl. It's about how you can take back control over your own brain and body, over your own vessel. Because let's keep it a buck here, my boy. Lust, or your biological instincts to reproduce, is one of the most potent sources of power that you have access to as a man. Aside from survival, that's the next thing your mind goes to. Pleasure and sex is one of the main things. If you got survival down, that's where your mind is naturally going to go to unconsciously. You must consciously rise it above to the next level, unless you want to just remain a slave to your senses your entire life of chasing survival, sex, status, bitches, biceps, and Bugattis. Is that what you want? Because again, like we just said, no amount of it will ever truly satisfy you. So why are you playing a game that you can never win? That's why I'm saying it's for losers. And battling lust is for losers. Because you don't know that this same energy can be transformed and transmuted to a higher essence. The only way to actually transform it to that higher essence is through the path of self-mastery. Self-mastery is different than salvation, than all the garbage that you see most religions spew out to you, that you're a sinner, you need a savior. Your lust is bad. Self-mastery is realizing, hey man, this tiger is gonna fuck my ass up unless I learn how to tame it. I can't get rid of this tiger. I bought the tiger. I bought it in my house. I better learn how to make this motherfucker listen to me. I can't return this tiger. You cannot return this body. You cannot return its instincts. You cannot return the primal energies within you. You got to learn how to leverage those primal energies for the spirit's goal, for the spirit's satisfaction. Because if you don't, and you just try to put it in a cage, eventually that motherfucker is going to get mad and break through the cage. It's stronger than you think. Self-mastery is what the path you're looking for is about. This is what we talk about here on this channel. This is what we talk about over on the main channel. If you don't know about the main channel yet, man, you are missing out, my boy. That's where we cook up all of our more, nicely edited documentary style content. If you like what we're cooking up over here, where we're out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping all that game so you guys can make these gains, just straight up speaking off the dome, no cuts, no edits, keeping it raw, uncut, and unfiltered. That's what we cook up over here on the second channel, The Philosopher Files. But the main channel, The Philosopher, we go into all these different types of topics in a much more cinematic experience. So if you want to tune into that and you don't know about it yet, well, now you know. The link to the main channel can be found posted in the description box down below. You'll click that link, you'll find the main channel, subscribe, tune into all the content that we're cooking up over there, and you still subscribe to here. You're getting the best of both worlds, my boy. And underneath the link in the description box to the main channel, you'll find a link to my Instagram. If you ever want to chop it up about these different types of concepts, talk about these different types of topics, my DMs are always open. Do not be shy. Your boy will hit you back up. Remember that. So all that good stuff is posted in the description box down below. The main channel, The Philosopher. Make sure you go run it up, as well as my Instagram. Shoot me a message, my boy. But again, all the stuff that we talk about here on the main channel, The Philosopher, over on the private Patreon community. Matter of fact, let's take a quick pause right here because I got to give a quick shout out to the fucking private Patreon community. Look, man, if you're someone who's truly serious about this path of self-mastery, if you are resonating with this message, you know that battling lust is for fucking losers, but you're trying to play the winning game to leverage your libido into a force, into a fuel for your overall spirit's unfoldment. Because most people probably got raged out and clicked off way before we got over here. But if you made it this far into the video, that's there for a reason. You're a true spiritual aspirant. You're a true spiritual savage. You're about this life of self-mastery. But if you're really about this life of self-mastery, I need you to pause whatever the fuck you're doing right now and go to the closest mirror around you. Take a good hard look in that mirror. I don't care if it's in your car window. I don't care if it's in the bathroom. I don't care if it's in the selfie camera of your phone. Take a good hard motherfucking look into that mirror, because I need you, yes you, to realize that that man that's staring right back at you in the mirror, that's staring right into your eyes, that's staring right into your soul when you look into there. Take a good mental picture. Come on now, man. Let it marinate in your mind. Let it sink into your psyche. Get a nice click-clack Kodak moment of it. Let that image really burn and sear into your psyche. Because that man, not me, that person that's staring right into your soul when you look into that mirror, you're doing him a huge disfavor if you're someone, again, who's truly serious about this path towards unlocking their divine potential, towards unlocking their destiny, their dharma, their divine power along this journey of self-mastery. You're doing him a huge disfavor by not joining up into the private Patreon community yet. Because I'm telling you, man, if you enjoy what we talk about over here or over on the main channel, your mind is going to be blown with the types of videos that we cooking up over on the private Patreon community. I'm talking about exclusive content that you ain't gonna find on this channel, you ain't gonna find on the main channel. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna find it anywhere else on the internet, because it's some real deal game, real deal sauce for your motherfucking brain to help you elevate on every single plane. You dig what I'm saying? We are truly uncovering, oh man, look at all these flies, the esoteric science of self-mastery to a degree that you've never seen. So not only do you get access to all these exclusive videos, breaking all this shit down like a brick for y'all, but also as a member of this inner circle community, you'll get access to all the full guides, our in-depth occult lectures, our digital libraries, and most importantly, an invitation to the Philosopher's Circle. Yes, sir. You heard me right. The Philosopher's Circle, the private group chat where you'll be surrounded with other men who are also on this path of self-mastery, and where we host our bi-weekly mastermind live calls. Yes, sir, you heard me right. Bi-weekly mastermind live calls where you hop on a call with me as well as a community of like-minded men who are also on this path of self-mastery. If you want to be surrounded with individuals that are walking up this same journey, up this same mountain, that are going to hold you accountable, that want to see you elevate and eventually want to see you liberate, I'm telling you, man, the Philosopher's Circle is the place for you, my guy. That's 100% guarantee. Because as you've probably heard the saying, you are the sum of the 5 people that you hang around with the most. If you hang around with people that are stuck as slaves to the system and you're trying to break out of it, guess what? You're going to be the 6th person. This is what this community is about. This is a sacred place, a brotherhood of men who are about that life of self-mastery, real spiritual savages, who are not stuck in this losing battle against lust, but are trying to learn how to leverage every aspect of their body, every aspect of their brain, not just their sexual energy, but every single aspect of it, learning to master it so they can leverage it for their soul's actual purpose, for that destiny, for that dharma. If you want to be surrounded with individuals like that, if you want to get access to all this exclusive content, again, man, I'm telling you, this is the place for you. But if you need any more information about the Philosopher's Circle and our private inner circle community as a whole, check out the link posted in the pinned comment of this video, not the description box. Again, description box is where you'll find a link to the main channel as well as my Instagram. I'm talking about the pinned comment of this video. Just go in the comment section, you'll find it right there. Click that link, you'll be forwarded to our page, and from there you can join into the private Patreon community, as well as check out all the other services that we provide, such as application forms for my personalized coaching program. If you're someone who's truly, truly serious about taking your life to the next level, disintegrating and detoxing from all these degenerate habits that you're trying to battle from, you're trying to learn how to actually dissolve the karmic bonds to instead discover your dharma, discover your destiny, and actually unlock your powers, this is what this coaching program is all about. Creating a systemized approach specifically for you using the esoteric science of self-mastery to, again, dissolve your karmas and discover your dharma, discover your destiny, discover what it is you were really brought here to do, because you understand your true power and take back control over your own brain and body. The soul is the one in charge rather than the senses. You're no longer a slave to him. You take back control, and from there, you take this brain and body, the vessels, you tame them to the point like you taming that tiger, riding the tiger now towards your true path. What's going to bring you true fulfillment? What's going to bring you to divine bliss and spiritual ecstasy? That's what we got the coaching program for. So if you're interested in that, shoot me an application form and we'll see if your entry meets the criteria and qualifications for the program itself. But if you just want to book a one-time call with your boy, discuss anything that you're dealing with to help you get back on the right track, that's what we got the consultation calls to for as well. You can book at any time. Again, all that good stuff posted in the pinned comments video. Just click that link, you'll be forwarded to our page, and you can pick and choose which one of these services best suits you. But like I was saying, all this stuff that we talk about here on this channel, the main channel, the private Patreon community especially, and especially within my personalized coaching program, is all about crafting the tools such as semen retention and celibacy to help you along this journey of self-mastery, taking back control, not battling against your flesh, but learning how to master the flesh. Two totally different pathways, two totally different results. One you'll always lose, and one that it's the only way to win. If you battle against your lust, you're going to keep losing, but if you learn to master it, that's the only way you'll win. So, do you want to be a loser for the rest of your life? Ask yourself that. Because a lot of people will give you false misinformation to remain a loser. But if you hop over here on this channel, we break it down, man. We break it down. There ain't no fucking denying this. This is the cold, hard facts. Focus on the message, forget about the messenger. Because what I'm saying has already been said and done plenty of times. I'm not out here recreating the wheel. I'm not telling you the new way to practice semen retention. What I'm telling you has already been laid out for us by the true sages, the mystics, the innovators, the geniuses, the real spiritual giants that have walked this earth. They have laid out the blueprints for how man can re-access his divine nature and discover his divine purpose, his true potential, what is going to bring him the most fulfillment in life by mastering the self. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 9, there's nothing new under the sun, my boy. Nothing new under the sun. All I'm doing, my dharma, my destiny for the time being, is to help revive this ancient wisdom, this ancient knowledge from these ascended masters and make it more applicable and more practical for the modern day man to actually plug into his life. So don't just take it from me. Go do your research. But I'm telling you right now, the dharmic path of celibacy, not the fucking dogmatic versions of you are a bad human being if you get a fucking boner. If you look at this woman lustfully, you're a bad human being. Because guess what that does? It incinerates in your mind, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad, you're evil, this is evil, the body's evil, the world is evil. So you always want to escape the world. You don't learn how to fucking master this world. You see what I'm saying? Two totally different fucking journeys. One's for a loser, one's for the true mystic, the true self-realized man. Because one leads to suffering, the other leads to liberation. You cannot escape the body. You cannot escape the brain. However, you cannot master the body with the body. You cannot master the brain with the brain. You must master those two with the premise of the spirit. That's why we talk about all these things on a spiritual nature, on a subtle nature. From all the practices that we discuss here on this channel, main channel, private Patreon community, personalized coaching program, from SR, celibacy, pranayama, meditation, fasting, we're looking at it from a spiritual lens, because you can develop spiritual power, and that spiritual power is what tames that tiger. The tiger is your brain and body. The spirit is the one who tames it. And now we can use the brain and body to transcend to these higher states. When the spirit is disconnected because you are remaining in these degenerate habits, the tiger roams free, runs wild, causes havoc for you and your life. You're looking at lust as that tiger that's causing havoc because you don't know how to tame it. And that's the easy way out. God, please help me. I need help from lust. I need to battle it. I need to battle the flesh. Loser, 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 you fucking loser. Loser. Loser mentality. Victim mindset. Self-denial. Anti-vitalistic. If you want to feel real vitality, real masculine vigor, you take that same sexual energy that was causing you to remain a slave and you turn it into a spiritual force. What they call this in the yogic tradition is ojas. And you can turn that force into a source of spiritual illumination, which they call tejas. Do you want to feel that? Because I'm pretty sure if you made it far into this video, you do. You do. Because I always say that people that watch this channel in specific, the second channel, aka the Philosopher Files, we're out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping the all-that games so you guys can make these games, no cuts, no edits, just straight up speaking off the dome. You guys are already in the 1 percentile of the population that's not suffering from brain rot. Most people can't watch a video for this long or their brain would short circuit. We're not doing any cuts, no edits. I'm just freestyling this bitch. Most people can't watch something for that long. So you're already put in a better position if you made it this far into the video. But you add on top of that the density of these different types of topics. Most people will never be able to comprehend this. And that's there for a reason. Again, focus on the message, forget about the messenger. I know I'm entertaining, I know I look good, but you didn't watch this video for this fucking long for those reasons. You didn't waste 40 minutes of your time just being entertained by these. Because I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to enlighten and educate. Snap you back into reality. And for the people that made it this far into the video, that's for a reason. I'm not going to sit up here and say you're a chosen one because you watched my channel. This ain't no new age spiritual nonsense. If you know me, you know my channel, I ain't with any of that bullshit. I'm saying due to some circumstances, maybe in your past lives, to where you have dissolved some karmas, you've been put in a position to where you can receive these dharmic teachings. But it's not enough to just have this knowledge sitting up in your brain. You need to turn that knowledge into gnosis. Knowledge resides up in the mind, gnosis resides in the heart. You see, as I'm saying that, the feds start fucking pulling up, the police is on my ass, pause, because they know that's the truth. It ain't enough to just think about this stuff. Oh man, this guy's right, battling lust is for fucking losers. You need to realize how to actually not just understand it, but understand it. You must go on the journey yourself. You must walk up the mountain of self-mastery yourself. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Nobody can find your dharma for you. Not your mom, not your dad, not your brother, not your sister. I can't even do it. I don't know your dharma, but what I do know for damn sure is how to dissolve your karmas. Because I'm on this journey. I've been on this journey. I'm on the mountain. Maybe I'm a step or two ahead of you. So I'm letting you know right now, battling against lust is for fucking losers. And you must realize it for yourself. Because it's not enough to just listen to me. You got to actually experience it. You got to turn that knowledge into gnosis. Gnosis is knowledge that can only be accessed from within. It's divine knowledge through direct experience. Drop this whole idea of how many days I haven't jerked off, how many days I haven't touched my cock, how many days I haven't done this. Oh man, that's so sinful. Oh man, that's so bad. Urges are so bad. I'm so horny. How do I get rid of urges? And start learning how to actually cultivate that same fucking energy and drive it to your higher planes. And you might be wondering, okay, how do I do that, bro? Well, I'm telling you right now, we got all these different types of services to help you along that journey, from the Philosopher's Circle, our inner circle community. We got the personalized coaching program, shoot me an application form. We got the consultation calls. But even if you don't want to do none of that, and you have not tapped into the Art of Retention ebook written by yours truly, you're missing out. You are missing out. What the hell's wrong with you? You're missing out on the community, coaching program, consultations, all that stuff. But now you're missing out on the fucking ebook. This is a free ebook. Yes, you heard me right. For the free ski, for the free 99. That gives you all the tools and tips you need to actually get a proper introduction to this dharmic path of semen retention and celibacy. Again, if you want to go deeper, that's what we got the other services for. But if you just want to get initiation to this journey, that's what we got right there, the Art of Retention ebook. If you're not tapped into it yet, go on the main channel, The Philosopher. Matter of fact, just type in how to succeed on semen retention on the YouTube search bar. You'll find a video right there for you from the main channel, The Philosopher, if you want to make sure it's true. Click that link. It's a full video guide breaking down all these things in depth and in detail. And within the video, you'll find a link to get your free copy of the Art of Retention ebook today, which goes even more in depth and more in detail than the actual book. And look, if you're retarded, you're dyslexic, you got ADHD, you can't read, your boys got you covered with a full audio series of the Art of Retention ebook, again, over on the main channel. Go on the main channel, description box down below, click the playlist section right there in front of you, Art of Retention ebook audio series. Pop it in while you're walking, while you're working, while you're doing whatever. There is no excuse for you to remain in this stupid little battle as a fucking loser battling lust. You're gonna learn how to transcend lust and leverage your libido to your advantage with these techniques and tips. It's right there for you. You cannot say that, oh man, he didn't teach me, because I broke it down for you there. I don't have to teach you for you right here. It's all over there. Grab your copy, get up on some game, saying out here looking like a lame, you dig what I'm saying, because you made it this far into the video for a reason. You know that this is resonating for you, clicking with you. You're one of the rare individuals that are not going to remain as a slave to your senses. You're ready to actually discover your dharma, discover your destiny. Tap into your divine potential, because it's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. I always say this, the dharma is like the sun. It's always there. Sometimes it's cloudy, it's rainy, it's snowy. It doesn't mean that the sun is not there. Your dharma, your true self, your true purpose, your true path is waiting for you to awaken to it. There's sometimes clouds, snow, rain covering up that sun. But in this essence, it's your karma, it's your attachments. So once you learn to remove those attachments and actually tame the body, tame the brain, the pathway to your dharma, to your destiny starts to open up. You're not running against or going against or battling against anything. You're learning how to turn your brain and body, the same things that were causing you to remain bound as a slave to this material world, into the bridge to this pathway to divine bliss. This is the journey of inner alchemy. This is the journey of the yogi. This is the journey of the sage. This is the journey of the mystic. The real spiritual aspirant, the real savage. If you no longer want to be a slave to your own senses and a slave to this system, you got to learn how to actually leverage the system to your advantage, because you can't break the system, but you can build it to work for you rather than against you. Trying to go against the system, it will always snap back. It always bite back. So you got the tools in the Art of Retention ebook right there for you. Tap in with it. And again, if you want to go any deeper, you want more guidance, you want to get into more sauce, that's what we got everything on the pinned comment of this video about. That link, click that link, be forwarded to our page, join the Philosopher's Circle, hop into our group chat. Let's talk about this on the Mastermind Live call. Shoot me an application form for the coaching program if you're really serious about this life. Because this program is only for the real savages. We got consultation calls. Book it with your boy. Let's discuss what you're dealing with. There should be no excuse for you remaining as a loser trying to battle against lust. Wake the fuck up. Learn to leverage this same energy to a source of spiritual superfuel that will skyrocket you towards your true potential, towards this road to self-realization. Because that's what you're really looking for. Stop chasing dopamine and start looking for that divine bliss. The divine bliss is a byproduct of living in alignment to your dharma. Your dharma can only be discovered by dissolving your karmas. This is a math problem. Broke it down for you like a brick. So don't tell me you don't know what to do right now. Let's end it off right there, my boy. It's been your boy out here in the field, in the flesh, dropping out a game so you guys can make these games. I'm out here. Peace.